Let's face it, nowadays, it's impossible to open TikTok or Instagram without seeing a 16-year-old repping out your max for reps, or the next Chris Bumstead whose body fat percentage is literally about to turn negative. If you're anything like me, you're just a normal guy.
Oh, are you really into go?
Well, maybe not normal. You're someone who enjoys working out, doesn't compete in bodybuilding or powerlifting, enjoys some chicken and rice, enjoys a healthy lifestyle, but constantly gets reminded somewhere out there is a middle schooler that benches your squat max, or someone who's pretty similar to your age, height, and weight, but has abs that you could literally surf on. I often find myself juggling the ideas of either going on an atrocious bulk and being able to start leg pressing literal cars and ripping trees out of the ground, or cutting off every single fat cell off of my body and then be that douchebag that doesn't seem to own a single shirt or a pair of shorts that goes past his nutsack. So I thought long and hard to myself, why not do both? Recently, this term, power building, has gained some popularity. In my opinion, this is how everybody like me should be training. In a nutshell, power building is finding that beautiful, peaceful, tranquil balance of being as strong as possible while also looking as good as possible. And I know what you're thinking, but Aiden, you can't be shredded and be strong at the same time. This isn't necessarily the case. This is me. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Aiden Lambert. I'm 19 years old. I'm currently in college studying exercise science with a concentration as an exercise specialist. I have a background in powerlifting, but that ended about 2 years ago. Since then, I've been training on my own. This is me now. Currently, I'm chasing a 315-pound bench, I squat 455 pounds, and I deadlift 525 pounds. And I'd like to say I have an above average physique. This poses the question, how do I stay lean and strong?
There's been this new wave of trying to chase aesthetics over strength. People say that's like them justifying not training heavy. I mean, that works to a certain extent. I think there's also benefit. You can't just train for aesthetics 24/7 and not like try to get stronger. Structuring your workouts like this makes the most sense. When you're first coming into the gym, that is when you have the most energy. That's when you're the most amped.
That's butter.
Your muscles are primed and they have the most amount of carbs ready to produce the most force. Beginning of your workouts, you should be doing compound movements for heavier reps. And compound movements, what is a compound movement? Compound movements are movements that recruit multiple muscle groups. So things like squatting, benching, deadlifting, pull-ups, incline bench, hack squat, leg press, things like that require more than one muscle to perform.
Now, of course, with this heavy to moderate lifting, you need to have really good form with these lifts. Heavy lifting over time will put stress on your joints, and if performed improperly, could cause an injury. To prevent this, the best thing you can do is to leave your ego at the door and take the time to perfect your form on the squat, bench, deadlift, or any other heavy lift you're looking to perform. Use of belts, wrist straps, proper shoes, and more can help give you stability and support and prevent injury. I've recently created my own website that contains my Amazon shopping list, full of things that I personally use or eat every day that I actually find to be beneficial. I plan on soon creating different training programs as well that will be on my website in the near future. Feel free to check that out if you're interested or if you're not sure of what equipment you want or need. Next comes the fun part that I enjoy the most, the accessory lifts. Each workout of mine usually consists of about 6 to 7 exercises, and of those, I try to incorporate at least one heavy to moderate lift and 1 to 2 light accessory lifts for each muscle that I'm training that day. Once I complete my heavy compound movement for the day, so squat, bench, or deadlift, I focus the rest of my workout on exercises that are primarily hypertrophy focused. So after bench pressing, I often go straight into an incline dumbbell press to target my upper chest with moderate weight. After squatting, I often go into a Romanian deadlift to target my hamstrings with moderate weight. After deadlifting, I often just leave the gym and cry myself to sleep. Following these first 2 heavy to moderate exercises, I back off from those loads and stay around 10 to 20 reps for the rest of the workout. For example, after squatting and doing RDLs, I'll do 10 to 20 quad extensions, hamstring curls, walking lunges, calf raises, or any exercise that isolates the muscles of the legs. After benching and incline dumbbell benching, I'll do skull crushers, chest flies, lateral raises, tricep pushdowns, dips, or any exercise that targets the chest, triceps, and shoulders, and again for 10 to 20 reps with lighter weight, of course. This power building approach to training is a very effective way to get bigger and stronger at the same time. It's easy to incorporate progressive overload with the compound lifts, squat, bench, and deadlift, so you can easily track your strength progress. And then the back half of the workouts are great to build a size that every man wants, even if she says it's the perfect size. All jokes aside, with a couple years of training under my belt, this style of training has been the most fun for me, which is super important. If you're not enjoying your training, then you're less likely to stick to it. And if you don't stick to it, then you won't be able to help mom carry in all the groceries in one trip, which is just flat out unacceptable. At the end of the day, you need to find out what works best for you, something you can make time for, stay consistent with, make measurable and reasonable goals with, and most importantly, have fun with.